Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth, and I am here with my weekly reads video, but I'm going to start out with a bit of a health update. I honestly can't remember what all I have told you guys over the last couple of weeks, but basically 2 weeks ago or so, the littlest one started feeling ill. I ended up taking her to the doctor, found out that she and I both had double ear infection, severe sinusitis, and were, just icky and trying to set up bronchitis. Well, I had already set up bronchitis. We got her cleared out. We spent 5 days locked in the house, just me and her. Great. But she ended up doing a lot better. However, I was on double antibiotics. She was on antibiotic steroid. I was on double antibiotics and the steroid. And for some reason, mine just wasn't clearing out. So I went to school last Monday and Tuesday. I was not doing better. So I called the doctor and was like, hey, is there something we can add? Because I'm really not feeling a lot better. They were like, nope, you got to come back in. So I come back in and they changed my antibiotics. So I'm currently on antibiotic number 2, and it is even more extra. So instead of the normal, like the first couple of days, you take 100 milligrams and then you twice a day, and then you break it up and it's just 100 milligrams once a day. I'm taking 200 milligrams of this a day, have been for 6 or 7 days at this point. I've got several more days to go with it. Just finished off the second batch of steroid. And on top of that, I got Tamiflu because when I went back in, they said, your ears aren't doing better. Your sinusitis is clearing up. Your bronchitis is worse. You're trying to set up pneumonia, and you've tested positive for the flu. So we did 7 days of Tamiflu on top of antibiotics, on top of steroids. And then I still wasn't breathing well. Still, my oxygen levels were still pretty low. So we put me on albuterol nebulizer breathing treatments, which I already have a nebulizer at the house because I have chronic bronchitis and asthma. My mom also has breathing issues, so we share one, right? Started those on Friday, and they were like, if you have any issues, if you struggle to breathe, if you're starting to have extra pain, whatever, go to the ER. Well, last night it got so bad that it caused me nausea, and I scared the children because I just screamed in pain, rolled over the side of the bed. So took them back to my parents this morning for church, and just instead of going to church, went to the ER. Turns out I'm healing just fine. The issue is that my lungs are now super mad at me because we piled all of that on over the last 2 weeks. So I have pleurisy, which sounds amazing, right? It just means that my the lining in my lungs and bronchioles are mad, and so they're swelling, and my lungs have swollen up and are causing muscular issues, and just I'm not breathing right. I'm getting enough oxygen. Things have cleared out. But now we have to put me on 2 other different kinds of steroids and give me nausea medication to try to make my lungs and bronchioles just chill out. However, I am not contagious anymore. My bronchitis is almost cleared up. My sinusitis is mostly cleared up, and my ears look great. He said the pneumonia is gone. So it had just started trying to set in. That got kicked out really quickly. But basically, I can go to school tomorrow, which is awesome because I went Monday, Tuesday, was out the rest of the week. Then I went Monday, Tuesday, was out the rest of the week. I'm going to try to make it all 4 days this week. But yeah, I'm now on 2 different kinds of steroids. One is pill form, one is nebulizer form, and then nausea medication. And he said when I get to school, I can go to my classroom and sit my butt down. He said he doesn't care if they say you're supposed to stand up and walk around. Sit down. The kids can police themselves. I teach high schoolers. They'll tattle on each other quicker than a kindergartner will, though, so that's fine. Anyway, that was my not quite as quick as I wanted it to be health update. I do kind of feel like at the heroine in some gothic novel right now, because that's mainly where you see the word pleurisy. Like I'm wasting away while my idiot lover man is out fighting a battle or on the moors or disappeared on a ship somewhere, right? I'm just like, oh. Anyway, as for the reading update, which is what you guys are here for. So I completed The International House of Dereliction last week. That's by Jacqueline Davies. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, like a 4.25. I would show you the physical book, but Elena took it and took it back to Papa's house with her. It's super cute. It is not really spooky. There are ghosts, but they're kind of quirky. There's a little bit that's frightening, but not super frightening. I don't know. The house seems to have its own sort of consciousness, and it's a really sweet story that's actually about both found family and finding your family. Which, if you read it, you'll understand what I mean by that. But like I said, it's super cute. I gave it a 4.25. Next, I completed The Ghost That Came Alive by Vic Krum. Another super cute book, not nearly as spooky as you might think it would be. It is about a group of kids who end up having to ask to spend the night at this creepy old mansion because there's a big storm and they were looking for a hotel, got turned around, and needed asylum, and creepy things happen. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. Now, that one was for my retro read for Halloween, and then The International House of Dereliction was for, I want to say orange on the cover, but also haunted house or something. I don't remember exactly. I just remember it did prompts. And then I also finished A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. This is A Court of Thorns and Roses, book 3.5. I gave it a 3. The other 3 books prior to that, I gave solid 4 and 5 stars. So the novella just didn't quite hit for me. I'm not sure why, but I am looking forward to moving on to book 4. All right. As for what I am reading right now, I'm still working on Dirt by Denise Gosseliner Orenstein. This is not a spooky story. I started it at the end of September and then get drawn into the spooky books and the illness. And I'm on like page 42. I want to say, 42. It's a cute book. I just had other things that I was busy reading. So I need to hop into that. I'm hoping to finish it this week. And then I am also working on The Prince of the Mist by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. I have mentioned so many times before that he is my favorite author. Of his 3 middle grade works, this to me is the least creepy, but there are definitely many creepy things that just kind of unfold in this. I don't even have a marker in it right now because I'm listening to the audiobook. So I'm on page 47. I just started it today and I'm already further along with it than I am with Dirt. I had intended to start it a few days ago and then just felt absolutely horrific and couldn't do it. But I adore it. And the audiobook is even better because I love Carlos Ruiz Zafón's writing. I love to read it off of the page. Lucia Graves, the translator that they use for all the copies of his works that I have, she does an amazing job. However, the audiobook has something extra, which is music that Zafón himself wrote. And so throughout the chapters, you hear this melody that plays at the beginning and end, and sometimes in the middle. And it's something he wrote specifically for the audiobook. And I love it so much. I'm so glad I decided to pick up the audiobook. And honestly, I'll probably have this done tonight or tomorrow. Absolutely adore it. All right, with that being said, those are the books I'm definitely reading this week. However, I want to use a random dice roller thing and choose from here. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to pick just from this section right here, which is things I've never read before. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These three are a trilogy, so I'm just going to go count them as one. So 10. Let's see. Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Witch, the Sword, and the Cursed Knights by Alexandria Rogers. Find the sword, break the curse. It has orange and purple on the cover. So there you go. This is a chonker. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, you know what? I'm still going to do the other choice. Let me put this. Elena wants to read this together. So we'll throw that up there. So now there's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So let me do that. All right. And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A Kind of Spark. Ooh, I was really hoping we would pick this one. All right. This is by Elle McNichol. And this is the one where the girl learned about witches, right? Miss Murphy told us about the witch trials that happened centuries ago right here in Juniper. I can't stop thinking about them. If I were one of those women, I would want someone to remember me. I'm autistic. I see things that others do not. I hear sounds that they can ignore. Sometimes I feel things all at once. And I won't let the witches be forgotten because there's more to their story, just like there is more to mine. As a woman who was not diagnosed as being on the spectrum or being neurodivergent at all until I was in my mid 30s, having books that show divergence, especially girls on the spectrum, are so important. And I am super excited to read this one. So this week I am going to finish The Prince of the Mist and Dirt, hopefully, and at least start A Kind of Spark and The Witch, the Sword, and the Cursed Knights. Kind of Spark is really short. This one is not. We will see where I get, but here are the things I'm planning to read this week on top of schoolwork and presenting at a conference virtually on Friday and all of those things. So hopefully I can get her done. I would love to know if you've read any of these, want to read any of these, and what you're reading this week. Come talk to me down in the comment section down below. I will talk to you again soon. Until next time, stay safe out there, guys.